All right, continuing on, like I said, 3 outside sources, and I think right before I ended the last video, I was talking about interviews. If you pick that culture because you work with someone or you are neighbors with someone of that culture, because remember that you are focusing on cultures that you interact with on a daily basis. Um, so please keep that in mind when you're choosing your cultures that you are researching. You can interview someone. Remember that we are in quarantine, so please interview them via video chat or over the phone or over email, but that can be considered one of your outside resources. And again, I highly recommend it. No one can tell you their culture better than the person in that culture. So please feel free to do that. And then individual performance review. Like I said, this used to be a group performance review, but seeing as though you're not doing it in groups, you're doing it individually. I will be having a document sent to you guys once that will be similar to your group performance document that you would have originally gotten. I will create an individual performance review and get that to you so you can fill it out towards the end of the trimester for this project. So don't worry about that now. I'll post that document once I've created it. Okay? Great. And then grading. This is it says review the rubric online. I'll show you a more breakdown of this when I can actually find it, because I have yet to find it, so I have to email NWTC. But mostly it's satisfactory versus unsatisfactory, and I'll show you a document that breaks down those ideas in a second. But this is what the grades look like when A is expected, B, C, D, F for the NWTC grading platform, and pretty much for my grading platform as well. And then presentation title, try to come up with something creative, and obviously put the name of the culture in the title so I know what it's going to be. And then this is your project breakdown. Usually it would have another section that says group member that would be working on it, but seeing as though you're doing this by yourself, I deleted that section. When it comes to due date, I suggest you just copy and paste this into your own document or just write it down. These are the things that you should be thinking about and focusing on. Obviously, the outline is going to have a solid due date, but your research handouts and visual aids and your APA MLA documentation is, sorry about the delay, I got an interruption. So the research outline, the outline is going to have an individual due date, but the rest of them are just due dates you should set for yourself, just so that you have that mental organization saying, okay, by this date I want to have this done, I want to have this done by this date. And obviously add little sections, because remember you have to have different, it says if applicable, because remember that your 3 different visual aids can be different, and it doesn't have to be a handout, but visual aids do have to be something different, such as slideshow, games, whatnot. So say, hey, I want this done by this date, because you do not want to, this is not a project you can do the night before your due date. That is also why I'm going to be about to show you your sign-up sheet, so that you know your due date for this presentation, because everybody has something sort of different. Because I can't do all your presentations in one day. I wouldn't have been able to do that in the classroom. And most of you are seniors, which means you guys are going to be done on May 29th. And then the 2 juniors, I have assigned a separate date, which we'll go over in a second. So yeah, I really suggest that you come up with your own individual due dates for those certain things, because that is going to be very important when organizing how you do your research when you do the different parts for your project and presentation for me. So this is a document talking about organization. I'm going to let you guys read this on your own, because this breaks down your organization. But this is also parts of the rubric which I will be breaking down which is what I was talking about when I was talking about satisfactory versus unsatisfactory. These are the points that you have to cover in your presentation and you will be graded on. So take a look at these and make sure that you are getting each of these concepts into your presentation, because those are what's going to be in the rubric. All right, so going into the sign-up sheet, as I said right here, you can see it, juniors pre-assigned dates. So Brooke and Darian, you guys will both be presenting on June 1st. So that is your day, because you guys are both of the juniors. So I can put you guys past the 29th when it comes to your presentation, just so that I can have these sign-up dates filled for the seniors and they can have their choice of it, which is good for you because you guys get more time, and also because you can choose your time. So put in your time. First come, first serve for the day. So Brooke, Darian, whoever gets there first gets the best time slot. Try to keep it after 8 o'clock in the morning and not later than 5 p.m. Keep it in that time range just so that, you know, I can wake up and eat breakfast and then also settle down for the day and eat dinner with my family. That would be very preferable. So keep your times within that. And as you can see, I put a half an hour time slot just in case the presentations go over a bit. And so you can, when you're doing your time, put in a half an hour time slot. Okay? But you two get their choices. Everybody else has to pick one of these time slots and just put your name in there. Obviously, do not delete anybody else's name. I really shouldn't have to say this, but I want to because I get it. You want the best time slot, but it's first come, first serve. So whoever gets into this document first gets to pick the best times. And obviously these slots are going to fill up quick. So if you want a later due date, sign up quick, because those later due dates will fill up quicker than the earlier due dates, as they always do. So make sure you're getting in here and getting this time and day that you want for your, and remember, you can do it one of two ways. You can video record this and then you don't have to worry about the time slot. You can just say, hey, I'm not signing up for a day, or just sign up for a day and a time slot anyway, but put in parentheses video, pre-recorded video. Again, I do suggest that you do a live video just because the questions that I ask, those do have to be answered. So I rather just ask the questions live and have you answer them live. But it can still be done in email. Some people I know get a little nervous if they can't edit it, but don't worry, I will not be grading you on stuttering or anything like that, or delays or technology, malfunctions that might happen during the live video feed. Again, you won't be judged that harshly. I will be grading based on the information that you provide me and the hard work that you put into this mainly. So make sure you are signing up. Your assignment, I want you to sign up for those slots by Wednesday, I believe. I put that as a due date. Yes. No, Thursday. So your sign up and your final project proposal to me is due on Thursday, but we'll get to that in later videos. But yeah, so there's the sign up sheet, requirements rubric that for the basis of what the rubric is going to look like for you guys, and that is the final presentation. Please do not be overwhelmed. Scheduling, like I said, scheduling due dates for yourself after you sign up on here so you know your final due date is the best way to break it down. You guys have a little more than a month to work on this. So please spread it out, because you still have the normal weekly things due. So take maybe 10-15 minutes per day to do what you need to get done for this project, and you should be fine. Honestly, I think, other than maybe some visuals that might take a little longer than 10 to 15 minutes to do, depending on what you choose for your visuals, 10 to 15 minutes a day can get you a lot of stuff done for this unit project if you start right now and start working on it and planning out your schedule for it. okay? And as always, you can always set up a virtual meeting, or you can email me with any questions. My schedule's pretty free. Mondays I have my CLT meetings, but other than that, my schedule's pretty free. So please email me and say, hey, Miss McCarthy, can we set up a virtual meeting so you can talk me through this? If I didn't cover anything in the videos that you wanted covered. Okay? All right, so I will see you in tomorrow's video. Have a great day. Bye.